Hello, faith leaders, and welcome to Breaktime. Today we are on Psalm 9:11 that says these words: "Sing the praises of the Lord enthroned in Zion. Proclaim among the nations what he has done." Now, we do a lot of proclaiming with our words. And so I'm going to try to get you to think about the words you proclaim among those that are listening, among those that are in your sphere of influence, among the crowds. But you start right here in the center. Those people that you may work with all the time, maybe you're a stay-home mom, whatever, wherever your environment is. What are the words that you proclaim out of your mouth? What are you saying? And so here's what David, I believe, is a very prophetic thing. Sing to this world that we live in, but let the nation hear the works of the Lord, what the Lord has done. Let those be the words that we are proclaiming over the nations. Because if we are proclaiming cynicism, if we're proclaiming being negative people, being people that are just, our words are speaking death, how do we expect the nations to grow in their knowledge of who God is if those are the words that we're proclaiming? But if we proclaim the acts of God, what God is doing in your life, what you see God doing around you, if those are our words of proclamation, it awakens the nation that you live in. It awakens the world. But if they're hearing something else, how in the world do we expect our nation to change if we, in and of ourselves, are not proclaiming the work of God? Now, you can blame a lot of people. I can blame a lot of people for the condition of our world. But you know what? It starts right here with me. It starts right there with you. What are you saying to the people that you know? Are you proclaiming God? Or are you proclaiming self? Self-proclamation is another, it just gets in our way of talking about the deeds of God. Because we could self-proclaim. That could even be easier than proclaiming the work of what God is doing. Talk about him. Talk about what God is doing in your life and through your life and what you see him doing. He's a great God. He's a great God. What is your great God doing? What do you see him doing? Proclaim it. Because when you proclaim it, when you profess it out of your mouth, others are hearing that. And those are seeds that will continue to grow. Proclaim his name. Have a blessed day.